This is a 2000 Astro van. This problem applies to GMC vans, similar GMC Chevrolet trucks. But the purpose of this video, I want to show you how to remove the ignition cylinder out of its housing and how to remove the airbag. So just briefly, the problem with this truck, it came here towed in. It does not start, it cranks, but it wouldn't start. A quick notice, I noticed that the only light comes on here in the dash when you turn the ignition on. Only the battery light turns on. Everything else doesn't move. Not even the gauges. None of them move. So the problem is the ignition switch electrical part, this piece right here. This is when you turn the ignition or the key on. This is moves to accessory and to give the car to go to the starter position. However, there's something wrong with this. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it doesn't, and it bypasses all the way to the starter. The first thing I did to check, I thought this was the fuel pump. I went to the fuel pump relay, and I noticed that when I turned the ignition to the on position, the computer is supposed to turn the relay for like 2 seconds in order for the fuel pump to load gas into the system. This didn't happen, so was no power going to the fuel pump relay from the ECM. Anyway, what I did, I came here, I was wiggling. Somehow I thought something in my heart told me there's something wrong in here before I want to go anywhere else. I was wiggling this a little bit, tapping on it a little bit. I noticed that right there once I do that, all these lights here come on. The airbag light, the ABS light, all of them start to come on when the ignition was on. So anyway, this is the problem right here. This goes all the way back here to the back, okay, all the way to the ignition. So I'm gonna go into the shop right now. I will show you just a couple of things, how to remove the ignition switch or the ignition cylinder out of its housing, and how to remove the airbag. So I have here the steering wheel already, to make it easy to show you how to remove the airbag. And I also have the ignition switch right here, and I will show you how to get this out, because you wouldn't be able to easily remove these screws to remove this, because the cover on the top of this, this cover will be on the way. I will give you a hard time to remove the little screw here and the other screw right here, to give you room to remove this electrical part right here. Okay, so this is the new one, and this is the old one. I'm gonna replace it. I have everything here. I notice, or I watch a few people were talking about how to remove this ignition cylinder out. But anyhow, I'm not gonna comment on that. I'm just gonna show you what you need to do here to get this thing out. So there's a hole right here. It's easy to see it here, but when it's on the vehicle, it's gonna be hard. What you're gonna have the steering wheel in the way, like this, and this cover will be in the way. So once you remove the screws on the bottom here, so you're just gonna have to lift this up a little bit like this, and you need to have access to that hole right here. Not this big one, it's the small one right here. You have to hold the ignition in the switch in the start position and able to unlock it. All right, let me just set it up down here so I can do this on the bench easier, so you can see what I'm talking about. the view is gonna be like this when you are when this on the vehicle. So this is the hole right here. You're probably gonna be able to go to it like this, but you just have to hold this in the start position like this, and then you just pry the lock down like this, and this has come off, as you can see. So this is the little lock right here that you push down. So I believe that from 2000 to 2005 it's the same method, and then you just put it back in like this, and you can see. So again, the lock will line up with the hole here, with this hole, when you have this in the start position. Like, it has to be all the way in the start position. So again, let me do it one more time. You hold this in the start position. It's two hands here. It's in the start position all the way down, and you just go here and you apply it. You push that thing out. It comes out. One more time. It's a little tricky, but here. Again, it's out. Alright, this is as far as the ignition switch, and once you push it in, back. The key has to be in, and again in the start position, not in the accessory position, in the start position of this particular car. Alright, and you will feel like this. You're not gonna feel anything, but once you have it in the start position, you're going to feel that pressure back, something pushing you back. Yes, feel the spring. Here, you can feel it. Like, once you push it like this and you go like this, this has come out. Okay? That's for the ignition switch. Let's move to the airbag. Alright, let me just fix the camera a little bit. So you're gonna be looking at the steering wheel like this on the car. So in the back here, you're gonna see Torx screws on the side, and there is a hole right here. What you need to do, you need a skinny screwdriver. Try to not to use sharp like this, sharp needle like this. Don't do that. You don't wanna puncture the airbag. So use just a flat screwdriver, tiny. What I'm gonna use here, I'm gonna use needle nose pliers, tiny one. What you have to do here, you go inside, and you need to put this all the way in, and you push it outside like this. You hold this and you push it outside. Let me try one more time. Everything is moving here with me. Okay. Here we go, it's out, and here is the other one. I'm gonna show you now. You see this here? I'm gonna pry this way while trying to pry with your hand, pulling the airbag out. Let's try again. Okay, it's already out. So there is a spring locking on those pins here through these holes. You see these holes right here, or these notches here. You're just gonna, the spring, or there's a lock goes here. I'm gonna show you that lock. Let me just remove it. Remove this cover. So easy to see it. This is applies to a lot of GM and Chevrolet models. If you don't see any screws anywhere, this is how you remove it. So you have to remove the airbag first before you remove the steering wheel. Okay. So as you notice here, this is the spring that I push out, as you can see. You see that? Let me bring the camera closer. Okay, so you see the spring is right here. this one, on both sides. And if you see it, I'm gonna put it back in. Just see how it, I suspect to be that angle. You see that? So when you apply pressure, you apply pressure like this. You see this how it falls down? Same thing here. When you have that plastic, you just like lean on the plastic. Just gonna push it in like this, and it's out. So this is how you remove the airbag on a Chevy and GM, those models. This is 2000 Astro van. 2000 I think to 2005 the same. And also applies to other trucks, pickup trucks, and if this is the same airbag, this is how you remove it. That's it. That's very much it. Thank you for watching.